That man and his manga.
Ah, the floor, the mightiest of all fours. Hello and welcome to That Man. This is a manga haul. That's right, we are hauling some manga, and it's been quite an eventful month. I've actually picked up quite a few different manga and light novels. That's right, so we can all get excited as I open them up and go, it's a big huge haul! Because like everybody else, I have bought at least more than one. So that automatically qualifies as a huge haul. Let's get hauling. First up, we have Monster Girl Doctor Volume 4. I had to stick things on because it looked like it might have been a little bit too extreme for YouTube, and I don't want to be demonetized. I also picked up Monster Girl Doctor Volume 5. So that's me up to date on Monster Girl Doctor. I'm actually halfway through this. Absolute fantastic ecchi light novel series. I would really recommend you check it out if you like Monster Girls and if you like your light novels. There's a lot of really good fantasy elements put into this, a lot of fantastic world building stuff that they really thought about it. It's not like Monster Musume, which I do, as much as I love Monster Musume. Monster Musume is just in a normal world. This is a whole world built up and set out to be for monster girls, and there's a lot of extreme stuff in here. So yeah, if you like your monster girls, if you like your ecchi, you're going to enjoy this, and I will someday do that video where I talk about this series a little bit more. Next up is another monster girl of a kind, and it's that most adorable of monster girls. You know the one. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Kana's Daily Life, Volume 7. Again, I've spoke about this one a few times. It's just kind of been in these adorable little situations. Ravioli, ravioli, do not lewd, and all that. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Kana's Daily Life is, I feel it's quite underrated. I mean, most people just write spin-offs off automatically, but this one is, if you like Dragon Maid on a whole, you're going to get a lot of fun out of this. There's also the Elmer Office Lady one, which we haven't seen for quite some time, but I think Volume 3 is actually out now, so I'm going to have to look into that and pick it up and read it, because yeah, it's more Dragon Maid and it's just a lot of cute fun. Fun times for a fun slice of life. Next up is another series that I love so much, is No Matter How I Look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular. Volume 16. That's right, we are really into the depths of this. I'm kind of wondering when this one's going to end. Not because I want it to end, it's still fantastic, but she's no longer, well, she's no longer the character really we've seen originally. We have seen a lot of character growth, which is fantastic. However, I kind of feel that maybe once she leaves school, I feel like that maybe is where we need it to end. I don't know if we need to kind of have her into college or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, or university, isn't it? University, that's what they go to in Japan. But yeah, it's still absolutely fantastic. I still prefer this one to Komi Can't Communicate. Nothing against Komi, I don't know why, I just love this one a little bit more. Maybe someday I will do a video on comparing them, because they are similar titles in which the main character is both awkward. However, I feel that this one's a lot darker and I find it a lot funnier as well. I feel like, yeah, the main character for this one is a lot more relatable. Next up is another geeky girl, and that is Himoto Umaruchan Volume 10. What can I say about Umaruchan that I've not said in practically every other haul video? It's Umaruchan. Actually, again, we are nearly the end of this. I think there's only 1 or 2 more volumes. So I believe Umaruchan is going to be done by the new year. So yeah, that's going to be interesting, because these two were actually 2 of the early ones where I started picking up when I wanted to start buying manga. And so yeah, and the reason I picked up Umaru-chan was because we never got season 2 of the anime over here. I know it's on High Dive, but I hadn't seen it. And it's been announced. It actually was announced years ago to be released, and we still don't actually have it on Blu-ray. So yeah, I wonder if this is going to actually be released before we ever get season 2 on Blu-ray. That'll be interesting. But yeah, Umaru-chan, it's more Umaru-chan. Next up, I complained about not being able to get a certain series last time, and that series was Turlovru volumes 7 and 8. Yeah, there's a lot of 7C's ecchi. In fact, there's still a lot to come. Yeah, so yeah, I am that man and his ecchi collection. Don't you be expecting titles such as Monster or Tokyo Ghoul in these hauls. I have, well, some kind of culture. But yeah, Turlovru volume 78, I actually read volumes 3 to 4 the other night. And yeah, I'm really excited to read more of this. And somebody, thank you to that person who actually pointed out that this one was in stock. I'd actually picked it up a little bit earlier. We got a little bit of some stock in on Amazon, but I'm looking forward to picking up 9 and 10. I think I might have to read a little bit more because I've still got 4 volumes to catch up with and get into it. I'm honestly loving this series. I'm really excited for it, and I'm gonna have to try and clear out some space so I can pick up Darkness once I start getting to that, because yeah, I don't have the space for all of these awesome series. I even read Kaiji, so that's another series I want to collect. Too many manga, not enough time. And then people are just going to be like, well, you're buying all the ecchi trash. Next up we have Combatants Will Be Dispatched Volume 3. That's right, this is the title released by the same creator as Konosuba. And I'm still not 100% sure. I love this series, but I also don't love it. There's a lot of more questionable content. However, I feel like because of the way this kind of title's done, these are all supervillains, and I feel like the stuff that they do is more makes sense for the characters compared to Konosuba. They're all horrible people, except this is the best girl, easily the best girl, Grim, and she is on the cover. I still had a lot of laughs with it. I still had a lot of fun with it. I just there's something about it I just don't like, and I don't know what it is, but I'm going to continue with it. It's one of those ones where I loved Volume 1, Volume 2 was really good, and Volume 3, I don't know, maybe it was just the fact that this took like 3 or 4 months to actually just to turn up. I was kind of like, ugh. But I think Volume 4's out quite soon, so I will pick that one up as well. Next up, we enter the world of 3D with Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out Volume 3. Again, another title that I absolutely adore. This one is so pure and so much fun. However, it does have some ecchi, so always good to have that if you're into that kind of thing. I did do a full-on video review of Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, a re-review, so I'm not going to get too much into this one, but again, I really like this one. It actually introduces Uzaki-chan's mom, so yeah, this is basically what the manga is like. Zooming in onto her mom. Her mom is as much fun as Uzaki-chan is, but yeah, this is another fantastic title. I really enjoyed it. Go check out the full-on video on there. I'll put a link in the description as well, because it really clears up my thoughts on this particular series. Next up, we have that title that's ongoing at the moment, and that is ReZero Reborn in Another Life. ReZero Starting in Another Life, Volume 13. ReZero Starting in Another Life. In another world even. I can't even read the front cover. It's probably because I'm looking through the camera, and this is all shiny and glossy. I haven't had a chance to read this one yet. I'm really looking forward to reading it. It's just, I don't know what it is. I was so excited for season 2 of the anime, but I haven't even had a chance to sit down and watch it. Same with Monster Girl Doctor. I really need to sit down and actually watch some anime, because I'm watching stuff on the night, but that's like DVDs and videos and stuff like that, and Blu-rays, but not actually ongoing series. So yeah, there's like a few things on here that's actually out, but I'm not even watching them. Silly me. Like I said, I've not had a chance to read this one yet. It just came at the wrong time. It actually came quite early. I actually got literally, I think it was a few days after the last video I did. I think it might have been the same day. I just plopped through the door and I was like, oh yeah, it's early, hooray! But yeah, I will try and read it over the next month. I do want to cover ReZero again, even though I've covered it a few weeks ago. But yeah, it's ReZero. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and we have the best character, the biggest bro in all of ReZero on here. I don't know if that's spoilers or not, because I'm not even that far into the anime. Well, I've watched season 1. I'm not even that far into season 2. Considering the last one, it's probably just skimmed through everything like really quickly. I think season 1 of ReZero covers like 9 volumes. So yeah, this is like volume 10, 11, 12, 13. This might be like towards the end of the first cour, maybe start of second cour. Next up we have, this is upside down. Next up we have the Quintessential Quintuplets, Volume 9. Again, I've not read it. It was one I was waiting on for ages, and I'm really looking forward to reading more of it. But as always with quintuplets, I don't know why, it seems to arrive and I put it onto the shelf to be read, and then everything else that I'm more hyped for comes out, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't read it. Volume 10's actually, I think, out next month, so I might be tempted to actually sit and wait with this one and read volume 9 and 10 at the same time. It really feels like this one was coming out like really quickly, then all of a sudden it kind of just stopped. I don't know what it was. It's just like, I remember being on like volume 5, and I was actually sat there and was just like, oh, but actually on volume 9 of like 13, I think. But yeah, this is an absolute fantastic time. Again, it's not really that ecchi. But it's ecchi enough. But I probably there might have been some spoilers there. Blink and you miss it. So go back and blink over it, and you'll miss that spoiler if there was a spoiler. But yeah, fantastic title. This is easily the best girl. Actually, I do like Yotsuba as the other best girl. Explosion! That's right, we have Konosuba, a God's Blessing on This Wonderful World spin-off. An explosion on this wonderful world. The strongest duo's turn. Yeah, the last time it was Megumin's turn. The first time it was Union's turn. Oh, it was the other way. Megumin's turn, then Union's turn. Now it's both of their turn, and they will both blow everything up. In this, this is actually going to be the first light novel I think I'm actually going to finish that didn't get cancelled. I'm still not 100% sure what has happened with the vending machine isekai, which is a shame because I really like the vending machine isekai. But yeah, Konosuba Volume 3 spin-off is the last of the Konosuba Megumin spin-off. I think there actually is another spin-off which is a spin-off to this one. Yes, that's right, we're going into spin-off territory, and we may never survive again. But yeah, Volume 1 and Volume 2 are fantastic. If you like Megumin, you're going to have a lot of fun with this one, and there's a lot of nice words to read. That's right, lots of nice words. Next up, we have that title that I again, upside down. We have that title that I spoke of. I'm just trying to crop out that bottom bit because that's a little bit too risque. Woo! This is definitely the Hall of Ecchi. Maybe that's what I'll call it in the thumbnail. The Hall of Etchiness. Huge, massive hall. So yeah, Raw Hero Volume 2. I haven't had a chance to read it. It's still sealed, which we all know. We all know this means that there's a super ultimate extra special Yu-Gi-Oh card hidden somewhere between these pages. Or it's just got some nudity that I can't show. I'm actually quite surprised this is sealed, whereas none of the Seven Seas ones, like the Monster Girl Doctor, is sealed. And yeah, there's some like literally like nipple sucking in that one. Yeah, there we go. We'll spoil a slight scene in Volume 5 of it. Oh, you lucky duckies! You know that there's nipple sucking in Monster Girl Doctor, as if there was any other thing that were going to be in there. So yeah, Raw Hero Volume 2. I really liked Raw Hero Volume 1. However, it's a shame. Apparently this is actually ending now. I think it's ending it at Volume 7 or Volume 8, which is, yeah, I was quite sad to hear about it ending, but oh well, needs must the devil, beep beep and all of that. Oh, here we have another light novel, and it is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Volume 8. So, little story about this one. I read That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Volume 7 the other day, and I really liked it, and I then went out and bought in Volume 8, and it's sat on my shelf ever since. Yeah, so I don't know, I really like this series. I have a love-hate relationship with it because sometimes I can't be bothered to read it, but other times I absolutely love every single second of it, and I just want more of it. And that seems to be when I'm reading it, I want more of it, but when I kind of finish, I'm just like, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered with more of it. Then I buy another one and it sits on my shelf, and it's like, I will try and get into this one. I'm going to try and prioritise this and maybe ReZero. Actually, I've got a lot of light novels here that I'm not reading. I'm in light novel overflow at the moment. I still haven't even got back to Monogatari after about 3 months of reading it. But yeah, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I think that this is going to be not season 2, maybe season 3, possibly. Yeah, this is a festival arc apparently, so yeah, festival, so they're going to have a little party like that. And yeah, that's how it's going to work. Right, so we have the big boy here. Something that you could bat something to death with. It's a huge boy, and that is Ping Pong! That's right, volume 1 of Ping Pong! And it looks like a giant eye. It's a ping pong ball. Why did I think it's an eye? So Taiyo Matsumoto, yeah, this ping pong series is absolutely legendary. I absolutely loved the anime that was released a few years ago. And I'm really looking forward to picking this up. It's one of those ones that's been out for a few months now, and it was reduced down to like £11. So I was like, I can't afford not to buy it now. So yeah, I might actually wait until the second one's out, and then I can kind of read it all in one glorious whole, rather than just reading bits and pieces of it. I'm not 100% sure. You can be assured that once I do read it, I will do a review on it. Maybe I'll ask Uchu Shelf, because he absolutely loves this series. Go check out his video on Ping Pong. If you're not sure about it, check out his video, and he will just hype you up to read Ping Pong, because yeah, he is that kind of guy who really, 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 really likes them ping pong balls. Actually, speaking of which, the volume 16 of Watermort also had a ping pong tournament in as well, so that could be a spin-off to ping pong in some weird, stupid alternate world. Okay, so finally we have Manga, the world of Japanese comics. So this is it's more of a book, because I actually have a secret. I have a huge secret. I someday want to write a book on manga. And it will be not only any manga, it will be a book on all of the ecchi manga in all of the land. Which means I've got to read a whole lot more rubbish. But yeah, I heard a lot of really good things about this particular book, and I heard that it was been out of print for quite some time, and it was recently put back into print. I've had a quick look into it, and there's a lot of really nice stuff. There's some actual releases of, I think it's at the front. Is it at the front? It tells you. So yeah, I've got excerpts from a few series, including Phoenix, Ghost Warrior, Rosa Versailles, and Barefoot Again, a title that I regret not buying years ago. I still remember one of the very first manga I ever saw in Waterstones was Barefoot Again, and I didn't buy it because I was silly, and it's never had a re-release. I've never been able to get it again. But yeah, that's my haul. I'm going to claim it is the ecchi haul of August 2020. All of the ecchi. Is there anything that you have picked up in this haul that you have also read? If so, leave a comment. What have you bought this month? Leave a comment. And like and subscribe and do all of that jazz. And I will see you in another video. Thank you for coming, and thanks again for staying. See you then.